He has figured out a way to be invisible. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He's not dead. I just can't see him.
Okay. Now, I agree with you. Adrian was brilliant, but it wasn't because of anything he invented. It was how he got in people's heads. You think about it. He came up with the perfect way to torture you, even in death. Only thing more brilliant than inventing something that makes you invisible is not inventing it, but making you think he did.
He's not dead, Tom.
I wouldn't say there was anything particular. I mean, the biggest thing is always just getting the script right. That's the beginning, middle, and end of any movie. Is everything has to be built on top of this script. So that was my key concern the whole way. Is just like, we can have all the arguments about how we're going to shoot things all day long, but I've got to get the script into shape.
First, by speaking at length with Leigh Whannell to add different facets to the character, you know, put a little bit of myself in the character. And Leigh is the one who asked me, hey, you know, how do you feel about this? And what do you feel about your relationship with Sydney? And what do you think this means with him and Cecilia? You know, he allowed me to be as contributive as possible. So it started there with trying to build up who I thought this person was and who I wanted this person to be to the audience, what I wanted him to represent. And then from there, just continuing to try to stay on the same notes of understanding what his place was here, what his role was to the story.
Every movie, the way you prepare is different. I think what was, you know, luckily we had made one other movie together in Australia. Leigh's made more than that, but Leigh and I together had made Upgrade there. But most of the movies that we do are in the US. So that's always a very different thing to be prepping a movie so far away from where we are.
Cecilia, what is going on? Are you okay?
I'll explain later. Just go, Emily. Go.
I mean, I had moments of scariness in Ghostbusters and Gremlins, sitting in a theater as a kid being like, this is way too scary. But I think the first time a film really got under my skin was The Exorcist. I think The Exorcist was a film I saw as a teenager where I couldn't shake it off. It was bigger than entertainment. It was like, it stays with you in that way that good horror films, where you wish you hadn't seen it almost, you know?
For me, it was the first Friday the 13th movie. I saw it, it must've been on cable when cable first started. I saw it probably at the very beginning at HBO. I saw it in California in Beverlywood at my cousin's house, my cousins Merle and Pearl. And I was alone. I was way too young to see it. And I didn't watch a scary movie after I saw that for like 4 years. It wasn't even, it's not like a fun memory. It was a bad memory.
The movie that scared me the most as a kid, I think, was definitely Nightmare on Elm Street, because, you know, Freddy Krueger snuck into your dreams, so I was afraid to go to sleep. I would think if there's anything that rivaled that, it would had to have been Chucky, like the first Chucky. You know, I mean, I was a kid again. You got these, and they actually sold the Chucky dolls back then. Like, why? Who would do that? It didn't make sense. But yeah, Chucky killed me because I collected a whole bunch of different toys. Legos, had Batman toys. And, you know, I'd be looking at those toys with a side eye like, hey, you better not flinch. You got one time. You got one good time to move, and that's you done.
James!
Yeah, what happened? What happened? What?
I saw some things. It was right there. They're right there. There were footprints. I saw it.
You saw footprints?
Yes, I saw on the sheets. I saw it right there. I saw them. I saw it. There's someone in here. There was someone in here.
Sid, put that stupid thing on.
You're the one who bought it for me.
Who you gonna spray? Who?
What I'm most excited for people to watch now that they have the DVD is, you know, there are a lot of scenes that were deleted from the production film. So I'm excited for people to see that. I'm excited to see that myself because I know what scenes that we shot that I was like looking for and they weren't there. And of course, the movie is fantastic as is. I think it's a masterpiece as is, but I love the fact that people are going to get a chance to see these deleted scenes, see a little bit more of the backstory, a little bit more of the history, a little bit more of the relationships between the characters. So that for me is the most fun.
I do love the 4K. I love, because obviously when you shoot the movie, you want it to be seen as in as good a context as it possibly can be. So I do love the fact that there's a 4K release and that people can see it like that. What about you, Jason?
I'm most excited about seeing Leigh on the big screen. Always a thrill to see Leigh talking, and that's what I'm most excited about.
The commentary. I know you're going to watch the film with the commentary on to learn how I did it, Jason.
Obviously.
He just wants to hang out with me. Even if I'm not there.
Are you okay?
Someone's sitting in that chair. I found something that can prove what I'm experiencing. You need help. Adrian is dead. I went to his house today. He's not dead.
I have a pile of ashes in a box that would disagree with you.
He has figured out a way to be invisible.
Only thing more brilliant than inventing something that makes you invisible is coming up with the perfect way to torture you, even in death. Adrian's true genius was how he got in people's heads.
Don't come any closer. Hey!
I'm not crazy. Please listen to me.
You're saying the person trying to kill you is in the room right now, but we can't see him?
He's listening. Where are you? Where are you? Show yourself! Come on! Do it! There you are.